Sometimes it's not good to look back on the past.
But I can't help it.
These images just keep popping in my head. 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 These images just keep popping in my head.
These images just keep popping into my head.
Well, then you've
Popping
got to
into
find
my
a way
head.
to push them back out again.
These images just keep popping in my head. These images just keep popping in my head.
Oh, well, that's very thoughtful of you. Say,
Say,
can I store some odds and ends in your garage?
Sooner is better than later. Sooner is better than later. Sooner is better than later. Sooner is better than later.
Sure. Why don't you come by tomorrow? Sooner's better than later.
Sooner is better than later. Sooner is better than later.
Thanks for your help with Zach before.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
I hope he comes out of this okay. 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 I hope he comes out of this okay.
I hope he comes out of this okay. He's
I hope he comes out
a
of
little
this okay.
squirrely, but seems like
I
a
hope.
good kid.
I hope he comes out of this okay. I hope he comes out of this okay. I hope he comes out of this okay. I hope he comes out of this okay.
Well, I'm so looking forward to the day that I get to put you in a nursing home.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Andrew, but my plan is to have an embolism and to die young.
You might not be so lucky. You might not be so lucky. You might not be so lucky. You might not be so lucky.
Yeah, well, we're all rooting for you, but you might not be so lucky.
You might not be so lucky. It just takes a while to keep a parent. It just takes a while to keep a parent. It just takes a while to become a parent. It just takes a while to become a parent. It just takes a while to become a parent. It just takes a while to become a parent.
It's there. It just takes a while to become a parent.
It takes a while. It just takes a while to become a parent. It just takes a while to become a.
It's there. It just takes a while to become a parent.
It just takes a while to become a parent.
It's there.
It's there.
It just takes a while to become a parent. It's there. It just takes a while to become a parent.
It's
there. It just takes a while to become a parent.
떨어지는 잼들이.
Mrs. Huber came over and I got distracted. It was a mistake.
Since when?
Since when? What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean?
Do you make mistakes?
What's that supposed to mean?
It means
you might think about getting a job. You might think about getting a job. You might think about looking for a job. You might think about looking for a job. You might want to think about looking for a job. You might want to think about looking for a job. You might want to think about looking for a job. You might want to think about looking for a job. You might want to think about looking for a job. You might want to think about looking for a job.
well, in that case, you might want to think about looking for a job.
You might think about looking for a job. You might think about looking for a job. You might think about looking for a job. You might think about looking for a job.
Tonight, and you're going to see Carl and I together, and you're going to understand once and for all that I have no feelings for him whatsoever.
Actually, I'll take us to a basketball.
Well, actually, you're coming to the party tomorrow, and that's the end of it.
That's the end of it.
This is what I get for saying I love you. Today?
You always say the nicest things.
Well, it's,
You're looking lovely today. You always says the nicest thing. The nicest things. You always said the nicest things. You always said the nicest things. You always say the nicest things. You always say the nicest.
today.
You always say the nicest things.
The nicest
Well, it's,
things. The nicest things. The nicest things. The nicest things. You always say the nicest things. Oh. You always say the nicest things. 발음이 어렵다.
It's my birthday, and you're telling me I'm not the one for you?
It's not such a big deal. It's not such a big deal. It's not such a big deal. It's not such a big deal.
It's really not such a big deal. I mean,
It's really not
the
such a
odds.
big
It's
deal.
like,
It's really not such a big deal. I mean, it's really not such a big deal. 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 You will never know what is come to. You will never know what's up ahead. You will never know what is come to. You will never know what's up ahead.
You never really know what's up ahead.
You never
One night
know.
you're cruising along, enjoying the ride,
You
then
never
all of a
really
sudden,
know what's ahead.
you're 28.
You never really know what's ahead. You never really know what's ahead. You never really know what's ahead. You never really know what's ahead.
You never really know what's up ahead. One
What's
night you're
up ahead?
cruising along,
What's up
enjoying
ahead?
the ride,
What's
then
up
all of a
ahead?
sudden,
What's up ahead?
you're 28.
You never really know what's up ahead. What's up ahead? You never really know what's up ahead. What's up ahead? 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 What's up
Plus,
ahead?
Marshall's found the love of his life, even if I was ready, which I'm not.
What's like an old movie?
It was like something from an old movie, where the sailor sees
It
the
was
girl
like a
across the
something from an
crowded
old
dance
movie.
floor,
It
turns
was
to his
like-
buddy, and says,
What's like
see
something?
that girl?
It was like a something. What's like a something from old movie? What's like a something from old movie? What's like a something from old movie? What's like a something from old movie?
It was like something from an old movie, where the sailor
From a
sees the
movie.
girl across the crowded dance floor, turns to his buddy, and says, see that girl?
What's like something from old movie? From another movie? Another movie? From another movie? Another movie? It was like something from old movie. It was like something from old movie. It was like something from old movie. From another movie. It was like something from old movie. 오늘 안 하네. It was like something from old movie. From another movie. Another movie. Another movie. Another movie. From another movie. It was like something from another movie. It was like something from another movie.
It was like something from an old movie, where the sailor sees the girl across the crowded dance floor, turns to his buddy, and says, see that girl?
It was like something from another movie. It was like something from another movie.
It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive.
It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive. It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive. It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive. It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive.
It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive.
It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive. It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive. It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive. Exclusive. It's supposed to be
It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive.
exclusive. Exclusive. Incredibly exclusive. Incredibly exclusive. Incredibly exclusive. It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive. Exclusive.
It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive.
Exclusive. Exclusive. Exclusive. Incredibly exclusive. Incredibly exclusive. It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive. 아유야. It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive.
Marshall, hi. Yes, I do. So what are you doing in Dutchess County?
I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to get you.
Okay, well, hang on. I'm coming to get you.
I'm coming
no.
to get you.
And here come the paramedics.
Oh, thank God you're here.
What is going on?
I think there might be some internal bleeding, probably some fractures. We gotta get her to the hospital.
I think there might be some internal bleeding. probably some fractures. We got to get her to the hospital. Have you forgotten what I said to you the night we met? Have you forgotten what I said to you the night we met? Have you forgotten what I said to you the night we met? Have you forgotten what I said to you the night we met? Have you forgotten what I said to you the night we met? Have you forgotten what I said to you the night we met? Have you forgotten what I said to you the night we met? Have you forgotten
what I said to you the night we met?
Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten what I said to you the night we met? Have you forgotten what I said to you the night we met?
Some guy's attempting to make the world's biggest pancake. Guess who's covering it?
That's gonna take a week.
Yeah, he's gonna eat it too. It's another record.
It's gonna take a week.
We're going out tomorrow night.
I thought we were playing laser tag tomorrow night.
We're going out tomorrow night.
I thought we were playing laser tag tomorrow night.
Next night, I took her out to this little bistro in Brooklyn.
Wow. That is one badass blue French horn.
Guilty. I'm making a dumb decision out of loyalty.
Out of loyalty.
You're making a smart one out of ambition.
Out of ambition. You're making a smart one out of ambition. You're making a smart one out of ambition. You're making a smart one out of ambition. You're making one.
You can't remember your name, Maggie, and I'm the asshole.
I was an intern, and you promoted me to his assistant.
I'm sorry. I'm taking medicine for vertigo, and I think it works because I've got it.
You're in trouble, man. You can't tell me. You can't tell me. 뭐지? You're in trouble, man.
You can't talk to me like that.
You can't talk to me like that. You can't tell me. 뭐지? You can't talk to me like that. You can't talk to me like that. You can't talk to me.
You're in trouble, man. You can't talk to me like that.
You can't talk to me like that. What's the part that you know that I don't? What's the part that you know that I don't? What's the part that you know and that I don't? What's the part that you know and that I don't? What's the part you know that I don't?
What's the part that you know that I don't?
Know that I don't. What's the part that you know that I don't? What's the part that you know that I don't? What's the part that you know that I don't?
What's the part that you know that I don't? What's the part that you know that I don't? What's the part that you know that I don't?
What's the part that you know that I don't?
First, we're going to try Elliot out at 10 o'clock. He's starting in 2 weeks. Good. Thank you. With the right EP, you'll do great at 7.
I will. 프로그램의 신뢰성이 떨어지는 소리가 뿅뿅뿅.
We're going out tomorrow night.
I thought we were playing laser tag tomorrow night.
Son, a piece of advice. When you go on a first date, you really don't want to say Smurf penis.
Smurf penis? Nice.
How long have you been sitting there? Stupid eye patch.
How long have you been sitting there?
How long have you been sitting there? Stupid eye patch.
Mom, Dad, I have found the future Mrs. Ted Mosby.
This is Mrs. Ted Mosby.
Mom, Dad, I have found the future Mrs. Ted Mosby. Marshall, how have I always described my perfect woman?
How have I always described my perfect woman? How have I always described my perfect woman? How have I always described my perfect woman? How have I always described my perfect woman?
Marshall, how have I always described my perfect woman?
이런 문장 있어? How have I always described my perfect woman? How have I always described my perfect?
It's my birthday, and you're telling me I'm not the one for you?
This is really not such a big deal. This is really not such a big deal.
It's really not such a big deal.
It's
I mean,
really
it's the
not
odds. It's like
It's really not such a big deal. It's really not such a big deal. It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive. It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive.
It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive.
It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive. It's supposed to be incredibly exclusive.
Mom, Dad, I have found the future Mrs. Ted Mosby.
How have I described my perfect woman?
Marshall, how have I always described my perfect woman?
How have I always described the perfect woman? How have I always described my 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 perfect woman? 오늘따라 왜 이렇게 없어 보이지? 이상하네.
Just text me. All right, that's not going to happen.
Wow, you're not wearing that outfit. Wow, you're not wearing that
Wow,
outfit.
you're not wearing that outfit. And wow, you're not wearing that outfit.
Yeah, honey, do you have anything to say to your daughter about her skirt? Yeah, honey, do you have anything to say to your daughter about her skirt?
What's wrong with it?
Honey, do you have anything to say to your daughter about her skirt?
Sorry.
Hi, precious.
Hi. Hi. We just adopted her from.
Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. 또 꺼졌네. 또 꺼졌어. 좀 가지가지 하시는군요. Do you think you can keep a lid on this for now? I don't want to worry people unnecessarily. Do you think you can keep a lid on this for now? I don't want to worry people unnecessarily. Do you think you can keep a lid on this for now? I don't want to worry people unnecessarily. Do you think you can keep a lid on this for now? I don't want to worry people unnecessarily. Keep a lid on this for now. Do you think you can keep a lid on this for now? I don't want to worry people unnecessarily. Oh. Do you think you can keep a lid on this for now? I don't want to worry people unnecessarily. Do you think we can keep a lid on this for now? I don't want to worry people unnecessarily. Do you think we can keep a lid on
So
this
do you
for
think
now?
we can keep
I don't want to worry
a lid on
people
this for now?
unnecessarily.
Worry people unnecessarily.
Daniqua sent me down to start today.
Howard, like Mo Howard, Three Stooges. Howard, like Mo Howard, Three Stooges.
Do you think 오늘따라 이렇게 없어 보이지 이상하네.
First, we're going to try Elliot out at 10 o'clock. He's starting in 2 weeks. Good. Thank you. With the right EP, you'll do great at 10. Good. Thank you. With the right EP, you'll do great at 10. I think so too, and I know how much he appreciates your lobbying hard for him. He really looks up to you.
It really looks up to you. I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for him. He really looks up to you. I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for him. He really looks up to you. I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for him. You know라고 했어 내가? He really looks up to you. 안 오는데? I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for me. He really looks up to you. I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for me. He really looks up to you.
I think so too, and I know how much he appreciates your lobbying hard for him. He really looks up to you.
I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for him. I know how much he appreciates your loving heart. Appreciates your loving heart for him. I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for him. I know how much he appreciates how much he appreciates your loving heart for him. I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for him. I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for him. 아니 말하다가 뭐 숨 막혀 죽겠네. I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for him. I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for him. I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for him. Loving heart for him. I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for him. He really looks up to you. I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for him. He really looks up to you.
I think so too, and I know how much he appreciates your lobbying hard for him. He really looks up to you. I think so too, and I know how much he appreciates your lobbying hard for him. He really looks up to you.
I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for him. He really looks up to you. I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for him. He really looks up to you. 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 I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for him. He really looks up to you. Really. I know how much he appreciates your loving heart for him. He really looks up to you. He really looks up to you. He really looks up to you. Really. He really looks up to you. He really looks up. I know how.
I'm sorry. I'm taking medicine for vertigo, and I think it works because I've got it.
You're in trouble, man. You can't talk to me like that.
You're in trouble, man. You can't talk to me like that.
You
Good.
can't talk.
Thank you. With the right EP, you'll do great at that.
I know how much appreciates.
I know. Too, and I know how much he appreciates your lobbying hard for him. He really looks up to you.
How much appreciates. I know how much he appreciates. I know how much he appreciates. I know how much he appreciates. appreciate부터 발음이 안 돼. I know how. 답답해. 진짜.
Hi, precious. Hello.
We just adopted her from Vietnam. We're bringing her home for the first time, huh?
She's an angel. You and your wife must be thrilled.
에휴. 이게 뭐냐면
Howard, like Mo Howard, Three Stooges. Right here, Three Stooges. Right here, Three Stooges. High five. I'm sort of a student of comedy.
I'm sort of a student of comedy. I'm sort of a student of comedy. I'm sort of a student of comedy.
I'm sort of a student of comedy.
I'm sort of a student comedy. I'm sort of a student comedy.
Right here. 3 series. High five. Oh, Pam. It's a guy thing, Pam.
I'm sort of a student of comedy. I'm sort of a student of comedy.
I'm sort of a student of comedy.
When I sold my company, Aviata, I wanted to give back. That's why I started this place. Do you...
Which one? Jobs. Well, I mean, Jobs was a poser. He didn't even write code. Which one? Jobs. Well, I mean, Jobs was a poser. He didn't even write code.
You just disappeared up your own asshole. You know that?
You did.
You just disappeared that you are an asshole. You just disappeared that you are an asshole. You just disappeared of your own asshole. You just disappeared of your own asshole. You know that? You did well. You just disappeared of your own asshole. You just disappeared of your own asshole.
Which one? Jobs. Well, I mean, Jobs was a poser. He didn't even write code.
You just disappeared up your own asshole. You know that?
You did.
You just disappeared up your own asshole. You just disappeared up your own asshole.
Which one? Jobs.
Jobs.
Well, I mean, Jobs was a poser. He didn't even write code.
You know that? You just disappeared up your own asshole. You know that? You just disappeared up your own asshole.
You just did.
You just disappeared your own asshole. 오늘따라 이렇게 없어 보이지? 인류라서 참. 아무튼.